Hi guys. Gonna do a little live stream of working on this Blythe doll. And actually, I should have probably gotten some sandpaper. But I go in and get some sandpaper. Okay, and I'm gonna find this stream on the computer. Okay, so this is kind of how they come. They have this thing wrapped around their necks, their cords. And this is going to be my first ever translucent one. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but her plastic is translucent, so I've never done that before. So hopefully the plastic still behaves similarly to the plastic I'm used to, but I don't know, we'll find out. I only have one translucent one, and you know, this isn't for a custom order or anything, so if I mess it up and it doesn't come out good, it's fine. Oh my god. The hair is everywhere. I can't even get her unwrapped. Ugh, these factory ones always have so much hair. So much fluffy hair. Okay, so first step takes 20 minutes to unwrap the cord from around the neck. Yeah, there it is. I found it. Okay, hold on. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Yeah, so having a bit of a struggle right now with trying to get this cord unwrapped with the hair all tangled in. It's really quite a hassle. There's like a lock of hair. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like wrapped right around the... Ugh. It's always something. Whenever you're doing customizing, you know, if one step goes okay, like there's a bunch of other things that always, something's always wrong. Okay, I'm tempted to just kind of cut it at this point because this is really annoying. I don't even know if I can cut it. It's actually, I might take the head apart and then see if I can, if that will be easier to separate. Hopefully it's working okay. The connection up here sometimes is a little funky. Okay, so you want like a small Phillips type screwdriver. And then don't lose the screws when you take them out. Like put them somewhere where you're not gonna lose them. I don't know if this has a size on it or not, but it's not the Phillips head one. It's the maybe a size or two down from that. See, whenever you're doing customizing, you just never know you know, you can never anticipate the issues that might come up. You know, some dolls are like glued together, some dolls have this or that not working or messed up, or, you know, the eyes are impossible to, it's always something. Okay. Let me see if I can get it back on the laptop. Because right now I don't have the stream open. I like to have the stream open in case somebody says something because I can't really see it on my phone. Okay, then you just kind of smush it until it kind of, I might have to stand up and do this. Okay, see the head's like kind of starting to come apart a little bit. And like I said, I really haven't done this plastic before, so I don't really know what to expect. It's like a translucent plastic, so I've noticed that the factory dolls have two different types of plastic so far. There's the ones that are matte, and that plastic's a lot softer, and then there's the regular ones, and that plastic is like a harder plastic. So I don't know what to expect from this plastic. Yeah, and it's still like completely tangled in. Maybe I can try to cut it a little bit. And you know what? Actually, I don't need this cord, so there, I can just do that. And then I'll unwrap it later. This one's kind of hard to open. I have a bad feeling that this plastic's going to be different. Maybe for my video I should have done like one of the plastics I'm used to. There. Oh, that's weird. Usually this top part is like stuck to the plastic, but this one wasn't stuck at all. So the hair is off. Yay. Okay, and it came off, so I'm going to put that aside. So I don't know what's still wrapped here. I'll figure that out later. This is crazy hair. So if this doll comes out good, I don't think she's going to be for sale. I mean, if she comes out bad, she's definitely not going to be for sale. But if she comes out good, I don't think I'm putting her up for sale because she's going to be, I think, a gift for someone maybe. So these factory dolls have like more jelly-like legs. So okay, now you have, yeah, that was weird because see, usually this part kind of holds the head to the scalp a little bit, but it didn't hold it at all. It just kind of came right off. So I don't know what that was about. Here's the T-bar. So we're going to take that off. Take off the T-bar. And I like to keep this in the T-bar so that I know which one goes with that one. Okay. Yeah, this plastics is really like weird. I almost feel like I can see through it. It's so weird. This translucent plastic. All right, so I'm gonna use one of these things to help me get the eyes out. And hopefully it's not too difficult. Or actually, I don't need to do that. Usually just, I can pop it out. I don't know. I feel like this plastic is less flexible, so it's not as easy. Hold on a second. Okay. I just had to get a better handle on it to pop it out. All right, there's the eyes. I'll take that out later and redo all the eyes later. That I just keep in there because really it doesn't bother anything. So there we go. I'm going to try to sand it a little bit and see if it's any different than regular plastic. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I can't really tell right now. Sometimes too it looks a little weird until you spray it with a fixative, and then it like kind of gets rid of like the look of scratches and stuff. So I don't know why the fixative helps with that. And usually I can spray with the matte fixative, and then this will be matte and not shiny anymore, but I like to first sand it down anyways, because then I think it helps the, you know, helps it adhere better. And this is going to be doll number 19, I think. Yeah, 19. If anyone has any questions about this process, let me know. Let me refresh on the computer because it's really lagging. Okay. All right, I think that's good enough for the back. And then I can go in and do my usual, you know, painting and stuff on it. Or I guess not painting, but drawing. I usually use pencils, and I do a feather. Sometimes it helps to get the makeup off so that it's not distracting. The makeup comes off pretty easy. Really curious to see how this translucent thing comes out, and whether you can even tell that she was translucent after you put in the makeup and the matte spray. Like, I wonder if you can still see the translucent aspect. Oh, hi Danya. How are you? Do you do Blythe customizing, or do you like collect Blythe dolls, or? Sorry if I disappeared. Oh, my laptop does not want to connect. Come on. I like to start with a really matte sort of situation if I can. The lipstick might be easier to just file away. You collect Blythe dolls? I do too. I actually have like a collection of stock dolls. Do you collect custom dolls or stock dolls? I'm gonna stream tomorrow too, and I'm gonna be working on this doll. custom dolls. Okay. Yeah, I haven't gone into collecting custom ones yet. I always kind of feel like I can just make one, I guess, for myself or something, but then when I make them, I feel weird about keeping them, so I sell them, so I don't have any, but I do have some stock dolls. It's like really rainy. All right. I might have to turn on extra light soon because sometimes it's hard to see. All right. I swear the sanding is like a workout. I feel it in my muscles. Let me scrape away this will be, scraping away the makeup will be a good opportunity to see how this plastic is compared to like the other dolls I've worked on. That's why I'm so glad this is not a commission, because I really don't know how this one's going to come out. It would be making me really anxious to feel like I was making this for someone. Whereas at least right now, it's like if it doesn't work out, it's fine. Okay, I think the plastic is more like the harder dolls. I don't think it's too different. I hope it's not more fragile. I've heard that, at least for like the stock dolls, the translucent one, the plastic tends to be more fragile and kind of crack more, so. Oh, it's not coming off. There. Okay. It's almost. I mean, I got the cheeks and the eyebrows off, or not the eyebrows, the eyeshadow. The cheeks and the eyeshadow were pretty easy. The lipstick's usually a lot harder. Oh, she actually looks, it looks really nice actually. Like the translucent, like even though she's been sanded, you can still kind of tell it's like a different color because she's translucent. It's really interesting. Just sand a little bit more before I get started. And like I said, I'm gonna try maybe getting more light. It's hard to see, especially with the translucent one. Things are like less, it's like more blurry, like in a weird way. So here's my tools. This is the brush I use to brush it off when there's like a lot of stuff from the carving. And then these are wood carving tools, some X-Acto knives, but mostly wood carving tools. And then I have another cup of, that's the doll hairbrush, another cup of different, I believe they call them diamond files. So it's just different types of ones. So I use that. So let me put that aside a little bit. And I'm gonna see if I can get more light in here. It's hard to see, actually. I have an alt light, but it can be really bright, so I don't know how it's gonna work with the video. Okay. That's fine, right? It's not disturbing the video. Let me put that away. And the carving is like a long process. Basically, once the carving is done, most of the work is pretty much done. There's just some fun stuff with, like, you know, doing the eyes and the makeup and all that stuff, but the most consuming part of customizing is the carving. There's still some green there. Their noses are always like way too pointy. I have to turn it sideways so you can like see that it's what you're doing. Yeah, so the carving can take quite a few hours. So I'm definitely not gonna finish it, you know, today. But I'm going to continue with it tomorrow, and then maybe I'll be able to stream the whole process. I don't know. Let me know if you guys want to... Oh, hi. How are you? Let me know if you guys want to see me take out the eye chips. I can show you how I take out the eye chips. I'm good, thanks. I did a little bit of art organizing in the morning, and what did I do? I had a stream this morning, and I did some organizing of my paint, and then I did a little bit of art journaling, and then I felt guilty, and I was like, I really should be working on a doll, even though I don't have a commission right now. But it's good I don't have a commission right now, because it gives me the opportunity to work on this like translucent plastic that I've never worked with before. So I wouldn't want to do that for a commission. Okay, the nose is starting to look a little bit better. Yeah, oh my god, this plastic is going to be really tricky to work on. It's harder to like really make much out. Oh, thank you. Well, I mean, if it doesn't work out, it will be a good learning experience, that's for sure. I'm hoping she works out, because I owe somebody a gift. I don't want to say who in case they're watching, but yeah. But if I do have a commission come through in the middle of working on this girl, I will stop and work on the commission first, I think. So this might, I don't know how long this will take to finish. My nose is coming together. I think it's like a cute little button nose now. So that's looking good. I think I want to take a little bit more off the top, and then... Hold on a second, let me try to refresh my thing. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I like it when they have the little button noses. Hello, Ultimate Gamer Boy. How are you? Oh my god, that's so funny. Good. Thank you for joining us. It's like funny when you see the sped up carving videos, it always looks like it, you know, goes really fast, or like sped up painting videos, but really it's like hours and hours and hours of it. It's hours and hours and hours. You just have to kind of, because it's a 3D thing and not a 2D thing, you have to kind of look at it from all angles and just make sure it's looking good from all angles, if that makes sense. Like I have to look at it straight on, and then I have to look at it from this side, and then from this side, and then from this side. Because obviously, you know, if I was like, let's say, selling her, the owner would be photographing from all angles, so it has to like look right from all angles. The person I'm making it for, I don't think they're gonna be photographing. It's gonna be just more for display. And then, so like I'm tempted to just go like that, right, and make the nose holes, but you have to be really careful if you're gonna do this. And a lot of people have a lot of hand injuries when working on this, so you have to be careful. So either wear protective gloves, or just be aware that you're not like going like this and then it slips and then, you know, you have like a huge hand injury. You want to be like, you know, that way if it slips, it doesn't go into your hand, because it could very easily slip. And I like to make the nose holes pretty small. I don't like super big nose holes. Yeah, this plastic is definitely a lot more challenging. It's hard to see what I'm doing, really. Like I can't even see it. But we're gonna persevere. Like I said, it's good practice in case down the road I'm ever, like, let's say if a customer does want a translucent doll or something, you know, at least I'll be like able to either say yes or no or whatever. Yeah, this is like really tricky. Like there's definitely a hole in there, I just can't, it's hard to see it. And my laptop keeps freezing, so I can't really check the chat properly. I just want to stay connected to my internet. Just, I'm gonna move my hand. I'm like afraid it's gonna slip. Ugh. This is kind of like painting. Even when you think you're done, you know, you can keep coming back to it and kind of fixing it up and carving more and more. So it ends up taking a lot longer than you even think or anticipate. I don't know. Let me see if I can see through the light. It's hard to tell with this one too. Oh, hi, Krista. Yeah, so this might not be the best example of like the doll working, because this is a translucent one and I've never done a translucent one before, and it's a lot trickier than regular ones. It's really hard to see. It's like blurry almost. It's hard to see like how deep the hole is. It's hard to see the hole. It's like really, really tricky. So if you're starting out, I would definitely recommend not doing the translucent ones. The translucent ones are a lot harder. It's really hard to make anything out. Like, even with the light, it's... Well, I've already started and I'm already committed, so I'm gonna finish it up, but I don't know if I'm ever doing any more translucent ones, honestly. It's really frustrating. I feel like I can't see what I'm doing. I'm like kind of going in blind. It's almost like carving in the dark. Like it just feels like I can't see what I'm doing. Wait, do I have a different one? Not this one. I like to carve everything. I carve away the nose. I carve away around the nose. I wish I had one of my dolls to show you guys, but I don't have one. Hi, Danya. What do you mean out of the blue? Like on plan, sort of, or... Because they're, in that case, they're all out of the blue because none of them are planned. I just carve them and then I just don't even know. They just kind of get born that way. Like, I don't even know what's going to happen. Like, they're not really, like, you know, I don't plan how they're going to end up looking. They just kind of end up looking the way they end up looking. It's like they have their own, like a mind of their own and their own personality, so... Plus, I'm afraid with this plastic, I don't know exactly. I don't want to carve away too much. Let me see if I can refresh my laptop again. It's hard to. Like, really crazy. Do you mean like goth or something? Or just like crazy makeup or something? Or... you guys could actually see all the ones I've made. They're all listed on my website. Let me write it down really quick so you guys can see. I don't even know where my piece, I had a piece of paper. So, yeah, because I don't have any of my dolls left to show you what they've all looked like. Yeah, so if you go on my website, it's going to be under the tab. It's called Lavish Studio Blythe. Yeah, I haven't done any crazy makeup ones. I just kind of have been doing them sweet faces, and then the last few, I've actually done a whole bunch of commissions, like 5 or 6 or 7 or something. I forget how many. I did like maybe 7 commissions. So I kind of did the makeup based on what the people were requesting, and nobody's requested crazy makeup. So yeah, I haven't done any crazy makeup ones. I don't know why. Like when I start, like when I draw or whatever, I like to do, you know, crazy stuff, but when I start doing their makeup, they just all look like sweet little girls to me. So they all come out looking like sweet little girls. And then they, like, I've been buying clothes, but all the clothes are, they're not like goth clothes. They're more like cute, like sweet dresses and things like that. So, so the makeup has kind of matched that. So it's not really doll carving so much as doll scraping. Okay. This is when it starts being so I can't see anything. That's when the brush comes out. This is going to be really interesting. I haven't decided yet if this will be the gift one, or maybe I'll put this up for sale when I'm done. We'll see. But we'll see how it comes out first. You know, at this point, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to pull it off. But this plastic is really crazy to work on. Does that make sense about the makeup? I actually belong to a bunch of those Facebook message boards about the Blythe dolls, and every now and then, like every few months, somebody posts a question about how old do you think your dolls are, and how do you feel about those like sexy Blythe dolls? And oh, thank you. Ultimate Gamer Boy. I'm glad you like Fiona. And I'm like, I don't know, I guess in my mind, they're all like little kids or something. So they all come out looking sweet. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like how a lot of the crazy makeup ones look, but I did have a plan this winter. I actually had bought a couple dolls and the clothes for them, and I was gonna do like a snow queen and an ice princess with like white eyelashes and like wintry makeup, and I had all this stuff ready for it. But then that was also around the time like Christmas time, and then right after Christmas I had all these custom orders come in. So, and that just ended like a couple weeks ago, and it's like a little too late for winter girls, so I'm gonna wait till next winter to do those. Okay, I literally can hardly see what I'm doing. Maybe later I'll also do some live stream videos with painting with my water soluble oils too. Even though I usually do that in a different spot, but I might bring the stuff up here and do it on those little 4x6 wooden blocks that I bought. I bought 4 of them. Maybe do like a little series with them and do that on video. You love Fiona? Oh, thank you. Let me see. Is Fiona the last one I did? Yeah, it is Fiona. Fiona was the last one I did. Yeah, the person had requested really pink cheeks. So she got pink cheeks, which was fine with me because, you know, I like that too, so. She had like a princess sort of unicorn theme. That's why I called her Fiona, like Princess Fiona. Although I think that might have been the princess from Shrek, but I don't know. That was just the name that came to mind. Yeah, they got to pick out the pink hair and then kind of the unicorn theme and the makeup style and stuff. So that was fun. Like I said, it's really hard to see on this plastic. Okay. One of my favorite parts too is dressing them. I have like a huge box of clothes ready to go. But if I use this one as a gift, I already know what she's going to be wearing. She's going to be wearing clothes from one of my stock dolls. But we'll see. I'll decide when she's done. And I don't know if I'm ever doing a translucent one again. I guess it will depend on how she looks when she's done. Like if it feels like it's worth the extra hassle. Like, does her being translucent add anything to her look? Like, I don't know. We'll see. After she's covered in makeup and matte sprayed, I don't know if you'll be able to even tell that it used to be translucent plastic. So I don't even know if it'll be worth it after all this hassle. This is also why I alternate between dolls and art, is because doing these dolls is really hard on your hands. I do have this thing, but it's kind of like a Dremel, but it's a lot lighter, which I like, and it's battery operated, like there's no cord, and it's smaller, and it was way, 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 way cheaper. So it's a little noisy, but it does help save the hands a little bit, because carving and sanding is hard on the hands. Hopefully you guys can hear me over all the noise. But I definitely like to do the chin with this thing because the chin has a lot of excess plastic that I like to get rid of to like really round it out. And that would take forever by hand. So if you're planning on doing these, I definitely recommend getting one of these things. It also came with like all these attachments. That was all part of the box, part of the package, and it was about $20 for the whole thing. So like I said, way cheaper than a Dremel and also a lot lighter. The only bad thing about it is like this thing sometimes like falls out. So it's not the best, but you know, I mean, it was, what do you expect for 20 bucks, right? Yeah, I actually have, if I make one, I would post it in my Etsy shop, but I also have a listing for doing a commission in my Etsy shop too. So this is not for a commission. This is, since I'm, you know, nobody has bought a commission right this second, I have some time to work on one, so I'm hoping she comes out good and I can use her as a gift for someone I need to do a gift for. See, like, that's the bad thing about this stupid thing, is like this thing is supposed to be, so I'll open it and then see, you guys see that? It's supposed to be like all the way in there, so I don't know why it's like, ugh. Wait, hold on. It's supposed to lock it in. Like right now it's locked. You see that? It's not coming out. So I know I put it in correct. So it's not user error. It just starts coming out after like you use it for a little while. Not even for a little while. It comes out pretty quick actually. So this isn't the best quality, but you know, it's light, it's cheap. I mean, I guess I can't really complain. See, the chin's starting to look better. I don't know if you guys can see. It's like taking on a different shape. And then I have a little like mini vacuum, and I just like, when this piles up, I just vacuum it up. That's kind of the most efficient thing I've discovered. Efficient way of maintaining things. See, that's starting to stick out there. And now I put a hole in my thing. Great. You have to kind of, if you put it on high, it's very easy to put a bit of a dent in there, so you gotta be careful. And this isn't even high, this is medium. And I don't just really want to get rid of the chin. Good. Let's see what we have. Okay. See, I think the chin looks better now. It's like a lot more like delicate, like more of a baby chin. That's why I like to get rid of like a lot of their chin. I like a more delicate baby look. That's why I can't put weird makeup on them when I'm done, because then they look like little girls to me, like cute little girls. They're still sweet. They're still in the sweet little girl stage before they enter teenage mode and talk back and have attitude. They're like in the sweet little girl stage where you do like their ponytails and they wear, you know, little skirts and stuff like that. So I haven't done a genuine Blythe yet. I've still been only doing, but I'm thinking when I finally run out of this batch of factory dolls, I might try a genuine one, because I do have a lot of genuine ones that I could customize, that I bought for customizing. I just haven't gone to them yet. But I do have a lot of factory ones and genuine ones. Like if someone wanted to do a commission, like to choose from. So it's kind of nice that way. So I don't know. Otherwise, it's hard to say you can do commissions if you don't really give people like options of different hair and whatever to choose from. So after all this, you then have to sand it for like a long time. Then you have to do the makeup and like seal it a bunch of times. Have to do the eyes, cut the hair, redo the eyelashes, the eyelids. Well, this is kind of nice actually because I can actually do whatever I want with her. Kind of got used to doing commissions and then the people pick out the eyes and all that and like pick out the color of the eyelids. Like with her, I guess it's wide open. You can just kind of do whatever. Okay. I mean, I do like how the translucent plastic looks. I don't know if you guys can see. It's got like a different, it's got like dimension to it. It looks more like real skin. It's actually kind of nice. Get the other one. The commission ones, like the ones like a factory one is like $3.35, I think I have it up for. I forget. In my Etsy shop. And then for, you know, genuine base, obviously it would be more because those are like a lot more, you know, to start out with. And then the ones that I would do that are not commission, I would actually put them up a little bit cheaper. The commissions are a little bit more expensive just because it's like so much more time and effort and kind of stress with, you know, working with the customer and going back and forth. You know, they get to choose the makeup, the eyes, the doll, the base doll, the beads that go in the back. Like it's a lot of, you know, sort of checking in with them, making sure they're happy with it. If they don't like the makeup, like adjusting things. So that's why it's more for a commission, and then it would be less for like a doll that's not a commission. But I don't have any available for sale right now. Those are like sold out. But when I'm done with this, if nobody places a commission order, I will do some ones for sale. When I'm like when I'm done with this gift one, then I would do some more dolls that would be for sale. So I would put them up as less than a commission. If that makes sense. Hopefully that made sense. I try to be really reasonable with my prices and not be like, you know, some people just, you know, some dolls are just insane amounts, and I can understand that because those people have been doing them like a really long time. But then some people charge like a ton for factory based dolls and they haven't even been doing it for a long time. So I try to be really fair. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad that makes sense. Sometimes I kind of ramble and then I don't even know if, you know, anything I'm saying is making any sense. So I like to kind of draw the upper lip, even though I don't know why I bother because I never follow it. But I just like to have it as like a guide. I always shoot for like a bigger upper lip, but then it doesn't come out that big usually. That's not even. Just have to like. Something like that, yeah. I like to kind of start at the corners and figure out where the mouth will be. And this is why the commissions are a lot harder too, because sometimes the people are like, I want a mouth exactly like this doll or that doll, or like if you do the mouth, they're like, can you make it wider or this or that? And then it's, you know. It's just a lot more sort of like stress to it. Whereas if you're just making a doll without a commission, you can just do whatever you want. So it's, you know, and you kind of just, you know, there are less constraints, I guess. This is always the part like with the nose, and when I'm doing this, I'm always trying to be like super careful, because that's, if the knife's gonna slip, that's where it's gonna slip. And then, you know, you're not gonna be carving for a long time if you get a hand injury. So I can't have that. So have some of you guys been thinking about, you know, customizing a doll? I think somebody was telling me that they ordered one, right? They ordered like a factory doll and they were going to customize it. So I think for this plastic, I'm going to have to rely a lot more on the makeup to delineate like the nostrils and the nose and the lips, because it doesn't do it as much for itself. It kind of blends into each other. The carving is like a really long and sort of tedious process, so luckily I actually enjoy it for whatever reason. So I actually like all the different stages of making the Blythe doll. Like I like all the different things that go into it, and I like the fact that it's like there's a lot of variety. So like I like picking out the charms, like I like all of it. Yeah, I might time it so that when I'm working on this, I'm always recording and do the whole thing on camera from beginning to end. So today was obviously the beginning because I started by taking her apart. So that was the first step. So I might just go from there. I might even like pick out the charms and all that stuff like on camera too. And that's always kind of like a big thing because, you know, there's a lot to choose from. these ones. And this one is kind of too big. This one. And actually first I might kind of carve away that. So I guess the best analogy would be to say that this is not like sculpting, this is more like sculpture carving. Like if you were doing a sculpture out of rock, let's say, you would be carving away the excess to reveal, I guess, your figure underneath. So this is where you're carving away excess plastic. Where sculpting is more like you have a chunk of clay and then you sculpt it into something. Yeah, I mean, the texture of this plastic is not too bad to work with. It's sufficiently hard but not too hard. Like, it's not bad plastic. The only issue is with the translucency. It's really, it just, like I said, it just kind of blends together and it's hard to see where the carving is. I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, that's not looking too bad, I think. That's looking pretty good, actually. Also, kind of the smoother you can try to scrape it without like being too rough or leaving like jagged lines, the easier it's going to be when you're sanding. Because the sanding can be really like a huge hassle too, and a huge time-consuming process, especially if you have a lot of jagged lines and ridges to smooth out. There. Let's get that out of the way. Let's get it out of the way. Okay. Oh, my computer froze again. Like I said, it's just a really long process. I mean, I haven't even started on the lips, and that's the part that takes the longest, so yeah, it's just like a lot of hours, basically. Oh, why is it so hard to see? I mean, this plastic is so weird. Does anyone have any questions about the customizing process? I'd be happy to answer them. Let me refresh. Okay, gonna get noisy again. Wait, hold on. Why does it always pop out? All right. starting to get a little sore, so might have to stop doing this and do art instead, or do some creative writing or something. Something less harsh on the hand. I usually break up the doll customizing into parts because it's hard to do it all in one go. Or, I mean, I wouldn't do it all in one go, but I mean, break it up even more just to give my hand a break. Let me look something up. Another good thing about it not being a commission is I can kind of try, you know, maybe a different lip shape or something like that. Usually with a commission, they say they want the same lips as, you know, let's say one of my previous dolls. So then I'm usually just kind of making the same kind of lips, whereas, you know, right now I can try something different. So that would be good. Don't want to take too much off the top. With this plastic, it's just more challenging. I'm trying to angle it so I can like have the light shine the right way so I can see what I'm even doing. Usually it's a lot easier to see what's happening. But with this plastic, it's really not. gosh. Like I said, this just takes forever. You know, when you watch a sped up video, it really doesn't do it justice. Just, you know, kind of how long it takes. Like I said, if anybody has, you know, any questions or comments or whatever, you know, let me know. Oh, my back. I gotta stretch. Yeah, it's hard to explain this plastic. It's kind of like less delineated or something. Like even the nose holes. It's almost hard to tell where things end and begin. Yeah, it's been an hour and 40 minutes, has it? Yeah, I mean, this takes a long time. Probably only like halfway through the carving. There's probably another at least as long left. Plus, like, then all the other steps too. So, yeah, it's a lot of work. I haven't done any open mouth ones yet either. Might try that at some point. I have the epoxy sculpt clay to make teeth, if I ever do. I guess if I cut this one open by accident, I can always try it. Let me see something. So, did anyone do anything fun this weekend, or anyone have anything going on? We went to see Avengers yesterday, the new Avengers movie. And that's about it. Anybody else? Okay, let's see. At a certain point through the process, I start kind of fantasizing about doing something else, like some drawing or something, or painting, because it's so different than this. And it's like so much easier on the hands, and it's like quiet and peaceful, whereas this is all like loud and scrapey. Sometimes I take like little quote unquote breaks to do other parts of the process because you know, there's still a lot of other stuff that needs to be done, like painting these eyelids, taking out the eyelashes, taking out the eyes. Let me do that now. Let me take a break from this carving situation because it's kind of this plastic is really hard to work with. Okay, hold on, guys. This is going to be a little noisy, so you might want to cover your ears. So to take out the eyes, I'm gonna need some glue sticks. Don't mind how this candle looks. It's a bit of a mess, but it's a soy candle. Let me see. Where does it say that? I don't know. Geranium lavender. It's really nice. So let me turn that on. Not turn it on. Light it up. Ugh. Let me try a different one. Isn't this one working at all? Okay. Sorry about that. I had a call coming in. I don't know if that impacted anything. At least it smells nice and it's soy. It was a gift actually. So then we're gonna take out the eyes. Haven't decided what color to paint the eyelids. I'll probably go with like some kind of iridescent pink sort of color. There we go. Those just pop right out and okay. And there we go. And I'm going to be replacing the strings later, so it doesn't matter that I cut it in the beginning. I'm going to take out the eyelashes as well. Hold on one second. Let me get my tool. Jewelry ones because they're on the smaller side. Kind of got to get a firm grip of it, and sometimes they come out easy and sometimes they don't. Oh, this one was easy. When they come out really nice and intact like that, I save them for whatever. I love it when they come out with the papers and nothing like stays in there. Sometimes they have like stuff that stays in there and then it's kind of like not cute. Oh, that was nice and easy. Yay. Okay. Been saving them in here. Put this one here and this one here, I guess. And let me get my glue sticks. I had a whole bunch of glue sticks I just threw out. They were they all kind of yellowed and all right. And I'll have to sand this too, but I'll do that in a minute. Sometimes they come out easy and sometimes not so easy. The good thing about these eyes is I don't really care about keeping them, so let me see. Okay. So, and then we want to sand this thing, so then it'll be easier for the paint to adhere when I paint it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for like a pinkish look again. I think it would look nice with her skin and her hair. If you guys remember, her hair is kind of a blondish, pretty like wavy blonde sort of color, so. Sometimes you gotta multitask because there are just so many steps and you don't want to get all the way to the end and then you're waiting for the eyelids to dry or something. So you want to just kind of there. That's sanded. And the eyes were not a translucent color or anything like that. That smells good. I love soy candles. I think I'm allergic to regular candles, actually. Hold on, let me refresh. Okay. All right, well, here goes nothing. Oh, it came out. Oh, damn it. That one's gonna be a pain in the butt, isn't it? That one didn't come out either. The gray ones are sticking in. All right, well, both of the gray ones didn't come out. Okay, that came off good. When they come off cleanly, pretty cleanly from the glue, I save them. And you gotta trim it. I have a trash can right there. We're gonna try again with the gray ones. Okay. Let's go again. Oh, I'm back. Thought I lost you guys. Iffy. Since we switched to, what did we switch to? I think Fios. Let's do some more. I like to have them all going in once. Let me get another glue stick, actually. Wait, do I even? No, I only have the one. Yeah. Oh. That's not good. All right, let's try to get some of these out. See if they come out. Damn it. Oh, I got the gray one out. Because that's good. Okay. Let's try this one. That did not work. That worked. Got the gray one. That one did not work at all. All right. Whatever. One's not gonna. I'm gonna throw that out. And you just gotta trim the glue because the glue that was used was ruined. Okay, I have 2 here and 2 here. This is why you don't want to save everything until the very end, until you're done with the carving. Because there's a lot to do still. Like, there are a lot of steps to this process. You know, it's not just the carving. Okay. Oh wait, I got a text thing too. Okay. Let's try again. 1 second. Hi, Patricia. I'm making a Blythe doll. I'm in the middle of carving one, and I'm taking out the eye chips so I can put my own eye chips in, whichever ones I choose. So I'm taking out these doll-looking ones, and I'm gonna put in like realistic ones or hand-painted ones or whatever. And this is kind of where I'm at with her. It's been a tricky process because this is translucent plastic, which I've never done before, so it's been a bit of a pain in the butt. All right, let me try again. It's not. Damn it. Okay, I got one. I think maybe these are getting too short. I can't get a good handle on them. It's hard to get a good grip. All right, let's try these two. Oh, that definitely did not work. Okay, got one. Oh, look, both of the brown ones are left for whatever reason. It's a long process. Carving also takes forever, though. It's just like a very long process. Wow, this glue is very gooey. I don't know why. Look at it. It's not even melted. Why is it so gooey? It's not really good. It's not helping. I'm not going to use that one. All right, let's try again on the brown chips. Yeah, I'm just doing this now because I got kind of tired of the carving. I was like going at it for like an hour and a half. All right, let's just give it a minute. Let's hope it works. Let's take a moment. Nice deep breath. That smells so good. Hope I don't need it anymore and these eye chips magically come out. They're getting really frustrating. This glue stick is not good. I might have to throw it out. Yeah, I think it's an older one and it wasn't really, it's not working good for me. I'm gonna throw that one out. All right, let's put this away. Does anybody have any questions about the customizing process or customizing dolls or in general or whatever? I'm afraid to pull that out. All right, let's, I don't know. It's still kind of warm. Let's leave it alone for a little bit. Give it a chance to settle in. And then we can paint the eyelids. Okay. Maybe this dark Victorian rose? What do you guys think? Yeah, let's do this color. And oh, you know what? I actually have all my paints up here, so I could actually use them right now. Because I was using them earlier. This is a piece of paper I was mixing paint on. Thank you, Patricia. Yeah, I like that color. I'm gonna blend it out with white so that it's not so dark. Make it nice and pretty. Oh, that might be too much white. Okay, where's the paintbrush I was using? Oh, here it is. And now it's like super rainy outside. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. It's a very neutral sort of. It's not like a baby pink. And I'm gonna do a couple layers, but I'm gonna let the first layer dry before I go in again. So I want to do a thin bottom layer. you're not painting on a flat surface, so you just want to make sure you got it covered good everywhere. Hi, I know, I've been going at it forever. It feels like it's just a really long process to do a doll. Although painting takes just as long, maybe longer, I don't know. All right, why am I doing that? I wanted to keep the bottom layer really thin. All right, let's just stop while we're ahead. Okay. Yeah, art in 3D, exactly. That's a good way to describe it. My back's a little bit like unhappy with me slouching over this thing for, you know, all this time, but oops, it'd still be wet when I'm ready to do a second layer. Even though it's acrylic, so it dries pretty fast, but if I put water in it, sometimes it will keep moist a little longer. Because I'd like to be able to use it for the second layer too. Because this should dry pretty quick, and then I can go in with another layer. Oh, okay. So back to the damn brown chips. All right. Oh, God. Oh, I got it. I got it. Yay. Party time. Ugh, that one is gross. That is trash. That one's gonna be gross too, I'm sure. Let's just throw them both out. Goodbye. Okay, all the eyes are out. This is what I could salvage, which is irrelevant because I don't think I'm ever using them for anything anyways, so. All right. Oh, I have like a whole baggie of these salvaged ones. I don't even know why I bother keeping them, but they're there just in case. Okay. Yeah, I started by disassembling her. She was in one piece. So I have the rest of her. Here's her body. She has hair wrapped on her. She had hair wrapped on her all over. So here's her body. Here's her hair. It's actually really pretty. Just really, really crazy. You guys can't see this on camera, I don't think, but it's got like almost like a pinkish tinge to it. It's really pretty. And yeah, here's the back of her head. I already sanded it. So this is gonna be, I believe, number 19. I forget what number I'm on to. I'll have to check before I sign her to make sure. And I have a lot of eye chips. I have ones that I make, but I also have all these other ones. I have these ones that I got from Cool Cat. I know they look kind of similar to the ones I just took out, but they're not. They have like the transparent pupils. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you see? That's, yeah, those are really neat. And so they are nicer than the ones I just took out. Now, what else do I have? I have a lot of eye chip options. Because some I paint myself. And then I also have all these ones I bought from Dragon Mills, I believe. Dragon Mills. So, have a lot of So all the ones I bought from her are like this. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's my Etsy store. That's just a couple of samples, but then all the ones I've made before are on my website. Like if you want to see the full portfolio. Where'd that paper go? Yeah, here's my website, and then it's under the tab Lavish Studio Blythe, like all the ones I made before, and like multiple pictures of all of them. Yeah, I know. So I have to decide if I want to do these ones or hand painted metallic ones. For that, I use this paint for that. It's metallic paint. I use that. I also sometimes use glitter. And then the other thing I use is for realistic eyes, I have like all these printouts and I make eyes out of them. So picking eyes out is one of the hardest things because there's so many options, and it's actually one of the like fun parts is doing the eyes and getting to choose from like so many choices. Okay. So, sorry the candle's so noisy. I don't know why it's so noisy. It's got that like weird wooden wick instead of like a cotton rope. It's like wood, so it's a really noisy candle. Okay. So, and then I'll have to, yeah, it is. It's really fun. It's like you're giving birth to like a little girl, I guess. What else was I gonna say? Oh, and then I get to pick out the eyelashes too, so that will be fun. Yeah, my daughter actually got that for me for, I forget, I think it was for my birthday or maybe for something else. I forget. She got me this candle, which actually worked out well because, as I was saying, it's soy, and after like a little while after I got it, I realized I'm kind of allergic to the ones that are wax, so it was actually perfect. Okay, back to the noisy scraping. Does everyone hate the noisy scraping? Yeah, it's like a little fireplace, right? So it's hot right now, but it doesn't give off heat. It just gives off a nice smell and like a cozy little fire. Yeah, I guess with the wooden wick, it is kind of like a little fireplace, a tiny miniature fireplace. So does everybody hate like the scraping sound? Because I can always just do painting streams that are like nice and quiet and not dull streams that are like super scrapey and annoying. Although once I'm done with the scraping, then it'll be on to like a lot more fun parts. Picking out the eyes. Oh, good. Yeah, I gotta make sure I don't forget to do the second layer on the eyes or that acrylic paint will dry. So I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes and then hopefully I can do the second layer. The opposite of ace. Yeah, it is, right? Should like change the title to opposite. If you don't like ASMR, come here. Come to my channel. Okay, Patricia. Yeah, I mean, I think this plastic, it just doesn't come out looking as nice because it's harder to see where it's carved. So it all kind of blends together. So I'm really going to have to rely on the face-up portion to make the lines stand out more. You know what ASMR reminds me of? It's like Hansel and Gretel, where you know, where they're like walking and then they see this like gingerbread house with like all the candy on it, and they're like so into it and they like want to come in, and it's like luring them inside to their doom. It's kind of like ASMR. It just it's like creepy. It's like luring you somewhere. I don't know, it's just so weird. No offense to anybody who actually likes it. Sorry, it just creeps me out, but you know, if you like it, then you know, that's great. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I really thought I was like the only one with these weird issues. I even Googled it, and that's when I found that people have this weird like thing where like noises, different noises make them angry and whatever. So I don't think I have it like that bad or anything, but it was nice to see that I'm not the only one who is not into it. Because it's such a big thing. And sometimes I'm curious to see what everybody's into, but I'm afraid to click on them because they like kind of gross me out. So I'm afraid to even click on it to try to see. There's like one with, it was like a ASMR dog, and then there was one with like ASMR opening art supplies, art haul, and so those were kind of tempting, but then I was like, no. I think I did try the art haul one, but then I clicked away in like 2 seconds. I was like, no. Yeah, oh yeah, that's a good point too, because you know, if you click on one thing, then all of a sudden, like, that's all you get in your like YouTube thing. It's like more of that. ASMR kind of feels like you're just sitting there somewhere, like minding your own business. You think you're alone, and then all of a sudden there's like somebody right behind you, like whispering in your ear, and you can like feel their breath like on your neck, and you're just like, ugh. It's like super creepy and gross at the same time. And that's kind of how it feels. It's like they're like whispering in your ear. I hope that describes how I feel about it. That gave a clear visual. If you're sitting alone in the dark, you know, that's definitely the last thing you want. Okay. I think it's starting to come together, but again, it's hard to tell with this like plastic. It's hard to even tell if it's coming together or not. Yeah, some channels I really like, and they're super calming, just because like let's say it's an art channel or something, and the person's like talking about their art or whatever supplies they have or what they bought, and they have like a really just pleasant voice, or they have a very calm temperament, then that I like that. Then that's like really nice. You know, I'll watch that and it's like kind of soothing and calming, but it's not creepy. You know, they just have a really pleasant voice. Yeah. I also watch some channels about like people talking about their Wicca stuff. And I don't know what it is about those ladies, but they all have like super nice voices. They're like deep and raspy and I'm just like, yeah. Yeah, they're not, right. They're not trying to be anything. They just have a really soothing, pleasant voice, or it's just really nice to listen to. You know, that's a totally different story. I do like it when people have nice voices. Like I always notice. Yeah, but try some of those Wicca channels. Like some of those people's voices are just like really awesome. They talk about their stuff. And they have like this really like cool energy about them too. Oh, darn it. Of course, I like forgot about the the eyelids already. I start carving and then I'm like, you know, totally space out. Okay, I think it's ready for a second layer. I think we're good. Let's do a second layer. Hold on a second, let me check something. Okay. All right, let's see if it's still wet. Okay, good. Adding the water really helps. Oh, that's cool. They're working on the yard. How awesome is that? My kids are not into working on the yard. And we have like a total downpour right now out of nowhere. That's a good question. Probably start with the hair because the hair is like already set. So, and then I kind of figure out what outfit she's gonna wear, and then I kind of go from there. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I would love it if they did our yard. But we have people coming this week to do the weeding. Yeah. But it's going to be worth the money because it's looking super funky. So they have their work cut out for them. So we're definitely getting our money's worth at this point. Just have to make sure it's smooth everywhere. Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't really have anybody who would like, we could like work with, you know, it's either, you know, pay the company or do it yourself. So. Yeah, it's super pouring here. How are they doing the yard? Or did it stop raining? It's like super, super raining right now. I'm gonna save that and I'm gonna do a third layer. Hold on one second, I gotta text something. And I'm gonna do a third layer for the eyes. Yeah, I'm north. I'm northeast. So I'm in the northeast. So the third layer is going to be some kind of iridescent shimmer. Either my iridescent pearl color or possibly that duochrome lilac that I have. That will just show up as a shimmer. Okay, you must be like further south, I guess. Yeah, we're definitely not doing any yard work right now. I think once the guys do the weeding, then we'll go ahead and spray and put new mulch in and do all that ourselves. That part's like, oh, you're all the way in Texas. Hold on, I gotta check something. Yeah, I'm all the way up in Delaware. For those not sure where that is. Yeah, I don't mind the mulch so much. It's just heavy, kind of like dragging it around. But so I'm in Delaware, which is right next to Pennsylvania, Maryland, New Jersey. So I'm in that area. Hold on a second. My husband went to the grocery store and he can't find the stuff I want, of course. Yeah, so you're like all the way on the other side of the US. Right now, I'm still just carving them away. I'm not doing the texture yet, but I'll do the texture. I'll do some texture later. I'll do like some lines like this, but I'll do that later. Right now I'm still just working on carving away the excess plastic. I kind of like the upper lip to be bigger than the lower lip. Kind of in a pouty sort of cute like look. So I'm still just trying to carve away a bunch of the excess. I'm not on the texture part yet. This is such a long process. Yeah, I might not. I don't think I'm ever doing this translucent thing again. This is way too much hassle. You guys can all witness my translucent experiment. Hold on a second. I really wish it was easier to see what I was doing on this plastic. Should have probably done a regular doll for my video to give you guys a better representation of what the process is really like, because this is like a lot more tricky and it's a lot harder to see anything. I don't know, I can't tell what's going on. Ugh. Yeah, it's fun. The only thing is it's really hard on your hands. So that's really the only thing that I would complain about. Like, my hands don't like this. They're not fans. So it's good that I alternate between this and painting and doing other stuff, and then, you know, once the carving's done, then the rest of it is not hard on your hands. So really, you know, what is this? So if I was just carving every day, all day long, my hands would definitely not be able to do that. So this isn't like a gentle sort of, you know, endeavor. Like painting is like very peaceful and calming. This is definitely more like strenuous. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. I mean, I think the main issue is that when I do this, I'm gripping this really, really tight and I'm pushing down to carve away the plastic. So it's really, and it's kind of a lot of repetitive motions too. So it definitely takes a toll. Some customizers have been doing this for like 10 years and they pop out a doll like every couple of days. So I don't know how they do it. They might use a Dremel more or like one of these things more. And also their hands are probably better suited to it than my hands. And also that's their full-time job, so they have time to do one every couple days. This I just have this. It's a rotary tool, so it's like a Dremel but cheaper, much cheaper. I kind of feel like scrapbooking something too. It's been a while. It's been a minute. And by a minute, I mean like 5 years. So I do kind of feel like scrapbooking something maybe. Maybe do like a mini album or something. I have one I was in the middle of that I never finished. I should probably start by finishing that one. Aw, thank you. Yeah, I don't know if I didn't mean like, you know, their hands are better suited and that my hands are like delicate or whatever, but I mean, I think I have like I'm predisposed to like arthritis or something. I'm paranoid I'm gonna get arthritis when I'm older. So my hands tend to like cramp up a lot. Even when I was younger, when I was like in college, like my hands would just kill me after, before computers, we would write for like yeah, that's yeah, right. I wasn't saying that, but anyways, so but I would like try to, you would write like an essay for like 3 hours in class. Like let's say it was the test was, writing like a written test for like 3 hours, and my hands would like totally. Oh wow, yeah. So I think that's what I think I'm like in some kind of beginning stages of that. That's what I think I have. Even back then, my hands would cramp up, and then when they started offering the option to do tests on the computer, I like jumped on it because it would kill my hands to try to write for that long. Yeah, I just type now for everything. So, wait, what were we talking about before that? Wait, you heard about what for plumbing? Oh, the Dremel for plumbing? Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess people use the Dremel for a lot of different things because it can like kind of sand things down and all that. Oh, okay. I guess the typing helps with all that too, yeah. Yeah. I was just happy. Like, that's another you know, speaking of the perks of technology. Yeah, so this is like a Dremel. The problem with it is you can only do so much with it because it's very easily kind of gouges the plastic. So even if you go on like a light mode, so I did buy it to help the process along. So it does help a little bit. Yeah, it's little, so it's kind of like, it doesn't work awesome. It's got a lot of flaws and has a lot of issues, but it was $20 as opposed to how much the Dremel costs, so I'm okay with it. Yeah, the plastic is very fragile, so if you like, it's very easy to gouge it out, and it's very hard to do this like gradual sort of, you know, the delicate kind of aspects of it. Plus, it's like you can't really, you know, angle it to really get it the same as these things. So I do use it to help with some of it. Like I used it earlier to carve away a bunch of the chin, because that would have taken forever because that was a lot of excess plastic. But so it does help the process a bit. Like I could use it right now a little bit to do this lip part. Oh yeah, don't worry. I'll post it. So, you know, I'll post this stream. So it will be available. I know it's really hard for people to catch live streams, so I'll just keep posting them later. Like, for example, I'll probably stream tomorrow during the day. So, I know probably not too many people are going to be around for that. Let me think. So, let me check something. Yeah, it's like little, and like this thing keeps sticking out. Oh, okay. I didn't know these people were streaming on YouTube all the time. Sometimes when I'm doing art and I want to watch streamers, I go on Twitch. I usually have I have a few favorite people on there that stream a lot. But I didn't feel like bothering with Twitch and figuring it out, and I don't know. So I figured I'd just do YouTube. Oh, Twitch is free. You don't have to have Amazon Prime. You don't have to pay for it. You can just download it or go on just, I guess, probably their website, like twitch.com or something, and just start watching. I don't know if you have to like log in and get a name or anything, like have an account, but it's free. So the only thing that happens is like when you go, yeah, like if you go on there, then like people, they don't like ask for money, but you can give them money. You can donate money. So that's the only way it could cost you, is if you wanted to give them money for streaming, but otherwise it's free. Twitch was mostly for people streaming like themselves playing video games, and that's what it mostly is still. It's people streaming video game play, but they also have channels streaming what they call creative, which is then people doing art or doing other things. And a lot of YouTubers actually stream on Twitch as well. But it's like a whole thing. Like they're usually streaming what they're doing, and then they have another camera on their face, and then they have like all these alerts set up, and then like all these like sounds and moderators and like all this stuff. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Like I'll just go and like do YouTube, and you know, it's not like I'm not trying to like ask people. Yeah, so but they do have, it's mostly video games, but they do have creative channels, like a lot of creative channels. So I figured YouTube was, good enough for me. I did post a video I streamed earlier. It was like a shorter stream this morning. I don't know if you got to see that. Oh, okay. Ko-fi. I don't know. Is that the one where people have like links on their video, like you can donate $3 or something at a time or whatever? I always feel weird about like that. Like, oh, here's my PayPal. Or yeah, I think I saw that before. I didn't know what that was. It just seems like weird saying like, oh, here's my PayPal, give me money, or here's Ko-fi, or here's my Patreon, or whatever. Yeah, like, I guess Patreon maybe is different because they do offer their patrons, other perks, and so I guess the patrons feel like they're getting something in return for the money, but it just seems strange. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm into that. Just for myself personally, like. I don't know. I guess if I had some ideas of things I wanted to, let's say, offer monthly or whatever, it might be different, but I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I would be doing this anyways, I would be like working on this doll right now anyways, so I might as well make a video while I'm doing it, or chat with people while I'm doing it. I'm just widening the eye holes a little bit so that it allows for the, like if the eyelids get a little bit bigger from just a fraction, just a tiny fraction bigger from me putting 3 layers of paint on them, that they go, in and out okay, fluidly. without any issues. So just a tiny bit bigger on the eye holes. Mainly the top. I don't like to widen the sides because the sides on the fake Blythes, like the fake bases, are already bigger than on the genuine Blythes. So like they're already kind of too big looking. So I don't like to widen the sides too much. I didn't realize all these people streamed on YouTube too. Yeah, I might do this more. Maybe I'll stream more often. Believe it or not, I've had this YouTube channel for I don't even know how many years. I mean, I might have had it for like 7 years or more. I might have had it for more than 7 years. I'm not sure how far back my videos go. I've been on here forever. I just have an issue with consistency. I think that goes back to my commitment issue. So sometimes I'll post a bunch and then I kind of disappear for a while and then I'll post a bunch. But the streaming might be fun. So I might keep doing that. Oh, that's really nice. I know, I love streams where the people are like, you know, just positive and encouraging and just kind of, you know, want to spread their light out and, you know, into the universe, so to speak. Like, I like to see that. Aw, thanks. Yeah, I made the little travel palettes for like so long ago. Yeah, that was a fun video. It was fun making all the little travel palettes. Yeah, I used to, like, my channel. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I have this like thing about pressure and all this stuff. Plus I get like moody, so sometimes I'm like in a mood to do something, and then sometimes I'm like not necessarily in a bad mood, just in a different mood, and then I don't feel like doing it at all. So it like you know, and then I can't really force it. Like I just have to go with it. I can't like force anything, you know. It doesn't work. I've tried it. I've tried forcing things and it doesn't work. I can't like overcome myself. Like I used to, like my whole channel used to be scrapbooking for years and years and years. And then I started doing more art and now I'm doing dolls too. So I haven't done scrapbooking in a while. But yeah, the scrapbooking, that was going really well. I was like on all these design teams that were, you know, amazing companies to be with. That was like awesome. And then I was like, I'm tired of doing scrapbooking. I can't do it anymore. So I just quit all of them and just stopped doing scrapbooking. I was like, I don't know what happened. Something just like flipped in my head. And then I was like, I can't even like bear to look at it right now. So now it's been like a few years and I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of feel like getting back into it, or I kind of miss it, but now I don't have time for it. So it's kind of irrelevant that I miss it, but yeah. It was the same with the writing. So I was writing books, and I was, you know, and then I had like this horrible experience where I lost a manuscript revision. So I worked on it for like 10 hours straight one day, or like 12 hours. It was like morning till night. It was so much work. And then I like didn't save the revision, and I had like a mental breakdown, and I was like, I can't write anymore. So I stopped writing. But now I'm definitely like thinking I'm going to get back into that. But it took me like years to get over that. That was like traumatic. Oh, thanks. Yeah, that was a really long time ago, so I've gotten over it now, but I just had like a mental breakdown when that happened. I just couldn't believe that it was gone. Yeah, I wish. So I was working for a publisher, right? So I had to still churn in the manuscript. So I still had to do the revision. So it wasn't like I could just be like, I'm done. So then the next day I had to take a day off work and just put in another 10 to 12 hours to do the revisions again. And I couldn't remember, obviously. It was a manuscript, it was a novel. It was a long novel. So I couldn't remember all the revisions I had done the day before of like 12 hours worth of work. So I had to like do them like anew, like put in another 12 hours. And I knew it wasn't as good as the one I had done before, because the day before I was like more motivated and I was like, yeah. And then the next day I was like just so like devastated that it was just not the same. So it was never the same. So that was like really, really upsetting and very stressful, working under a deadline and like having such a big mess up. That was like just so stressful. Like I always think I like deadlines. Yeah, but then I get burned out really easily. Like I like deadlines because then it like really motivates me and pushes me to like sit down and just work. I can like sit there for hours and hours and hours and just do this stuff. But yeah, like I don't think they're good for me, actually. Like I get a lot more done, but I don't know. I work, I guess, well under pressure because I do get it done and whatever, but then it's too stressful and then I end up not liking it. So not liking what I'm doing. So it kind of ruins it for me. I think that might be what happened with the scrapbooking too, because there was like a time I was on like 12 design teams at the same time. So I had like a whole calendar of projects that were due throughout the month, and I'd have like, like 30 projects due. I would have like several things due each week for all those teams, and it was just, I think I took on too much, and then I got kind of burned out on that, and that's why I think I got tired of the scrapbooking. That was a lot of work. At first I liked it, but then it was like, it kind of caught up with me after a while. Yeah, it was a lot. It was definitely a lot. But now my room is stuffed with all the scrapbooking stuff they sent me. And I have no space for anything else. And I'm like, what am I going to do with all these scrapbooking supplies? But I can't throw them out. I still kind of like them. So I don't want to like get rid of them. So I'm keeping them all, but I'm not really scrapbooking. Yeah, exactly. Like, I agree. I'm going to read that out loud. You said, I think artists need downtime to create from their heart. I totally agree. That's how I feel too. That's why when, for a while I had my commission spot for the dolls closed, because I just wanted a break when all my deadlines ended so I could like do whatever. Kind of not have to do like a painting or anything, not have to do a doll, and just create whatever I wanted. So that's why I was doing like last night and this morning I did a couple art journaling pages. It's been a long time since I even had time to really do anything in my art journals. Like I still sketch, like just rough sketches for ideas, but it's not the same. Like I haven't had time to art journal really, because I had paintings due for like galleries, and I had dolls that were commissioned. So like, you know, people buy it and they already pay for it, so you don't want to make them wait. Even though I tell them like, oh, it's going to be, whatever, like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever. But I always try to like, I'm too conscientious. So like when I have something that's due, hi Ultimate Gamer Boy, thank you. Like her. I'm too conscientious. So when I have something due, I just like work on it and get it done. Like I can't have deadlines hanging over my head. So then I don't make time to do like any of the things I want to do. Yes, I do. I'm like one of those crazy people that even if I just sell something on like Facebook, let's say, like I sell something that I didn't even make, or let's say I have like a doll or like something else I didn't want, right? Like I sell it. And then it's like Saturday at like 12 and I tell the person I'm going to ship it out on Monday, right? Because it's already Saturday. And then I'm the crazy person that like packs it up and goes to the post office right before it closes on Saturday, because I'm like, no, I don't want them waiting for their thing. I want them to get their thing as soon as they can. So I'll just like put everything else aside and just go do whatever has to be done. Yeah, and then the people are always like, Monday's totally fine. Like, don't do that. And I'm like, I can't help it. Okay, I think I'm starting to see some progress finally, to where I can see there's like a light at the end of the tunnel on this doll. Yeah, I know. It's just like in the back of my mind, like eating away at me, like it's just like hanging over my head. I feel like I can't do anything else. It does help me have really good reviews on Etsy and eBay. I have really good reviews. So I guess there is that benefit. But I even do it for like Facebook, where there are no reviews or anything. Like I treat it the exact same way, even if there are no reviews or anything. Oh my gosh, can you guys hear that? The rain? It actually sounds nice and relaxing. Yeah, yeah. I guess, well, the reviews definitely help, because then, Yeah, the rain's super loud. I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know why my husband decided to go to the grocery store in this weather. I guess he's probably gonna want me to come help when he gets home. So I might have to actually end the stream. But I'm making good progress. I'm guessing I have a few hours left on this whole thing, but I might be almost finishing up tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking, because I went yesterday. I went to the grocery store yesterday and got what we needed, so I don't know. Well, I guess it would be worse later, because later it's going to be dark and raining. At least now it's just raining. Thank you. Yeah, it's really hard to tell, because like this plastic makes it really hard to see what's going on, but think she'll look nice once I put the makeup on her, especially. Because then you'll be able to like really see, make things out a lot better. I have to like... Now that you said that, it does sound like a dentist tool. I was just at the dentist on Friday. So now it's bringing up not so fond memories. Just want to kind of file away some of this upper lip volume. Let me see, let me refresh. Why does my laptop keep losing connection? Ugh. These internet companies, they come in promising a better connection and then you get a worse connection. No wonder like they have the worst reviews. No, it's not almost done. I still have like hours to go. But I'm gonna finish up tomorrow, not today. I'm just gonna keep going a little bit longer today. But it's not really almost done. Because I still have to do, I still have to do a lot of the carving, but then there's also still a lot of other steps too. I know it feels like forever, but they just take a long time. Oh no, are you gonna have to go? I think I hear my husband coming home, maybe. I might have to go soon too. I think this one's gonna have like Buffy sort of lives. For the painting, I don't paint in acrylic. Because the acrylic is too kind of dimensional and just kind of rough looking. I use soft pastels actually, because they just add color without any sort of texture or dimension. It's just pure color and it's very soft. It's basically the same consistency as human makeup, so they're perfect for doing the face-ups on the dolls. Yeah, so I have like a huge set of soft pastels. I never got around to figuring out how to like do art with them, but I do use them for the doll face-ups. It's a really nice set too. I actually bought it to do dolls. Yeah, after I spray it with a sealant, then the pastels adhere to it. Oh, you have to, yeah, I don't paint the skin. So you just have to, like after carving, you have to take a long time to then sand it so that it's perfectly smooth. And then you spray it with the sealant, which gives it a matte appearance. And kind of makes it like smooths out, makes it look smoother. But the skin itself is not painted. That's why it looks like that. Like if I put acrylic on it, it would definitely not look that nice at all. What do I use? I use a paintbrush to apply the soft pastels actually, for the most part. Kind of like for human skin, you would use a makeup brush to apply foundation or blush or whatever. It's kind of the exact same concept. See, like when I do this, I usually like the lips to look a lot more delineated. Is I guess a good way to describe it, but it's hard to do that with this plastic because nothing looks delineated with it. Like it all just kind of has this soft sort of appearance. Oh, thank you. Oh, let me... Yeah, I like sort of fluffy looking soft lips. And for the dolls, one of my favorite things is to get the lips like kind of realistic looking. Oh no, they do have the blush. I put the blush on with the... Yeah, I can brush it off. There you go. Is that what you meant, Ultimate Gamer Boy? For the blush, I use the soft pastels. So for the lips and like the eyes and like all that stuff, the eyelids, I mean, not the eyelids, but like up the area up here, I do color it with soft pastels. I just don't use acrylics. So all the colors are either the soft pastels or sometimes, or like the pencils for the eyebrows. Yeah, I mean, if somebody does like a soft pastel, you know, artwork, it is called a painting actually. So I guess it is painting. It's just it's hard to think of it as paint. It's kind of like calling a pencil work a painting. So you're actually more correct than I am. I used acrylics on lips once and it did work, but I still prefer the soft pastel look better. I also used watercolors on lips before, but I think I've gotten to the point where I prefer soft pastels. Yeah. That's the good thing about the soft pastels is that it looks very natural. Because I think it's pretty much the same as like makeup for people, so. And it's pure color. It's like pure pigment. It doesn't have like dimension to it. It's just pure pigment when you pick it up. Let's see if I can refresh. Okay, sounds good. Gonna check something really quick. Yeah, I don't know. Have I done theme dolls? I've not had the opportunity. I've only been doing dolls for about a year. No, less than a year. I haven't even been doing dolls for a year. So, and this is my like 19th one. The first 3 were just face plates. And then I did a few just regular ones. And then I was doing a lot of commissions. So they weren't really themed, but they were slightly themed in that they went along with the theme that the person who purchased it wanted. So there were a couple like cat themed ones. So they got I even have cat eyes I can do. I did one boy because that's what the person wanted. Another person wanted like a unicorn type theme. So they were kind of themed, I guess you could say, but not like super themed, not like my paintings. And I was gonna do a Halloween one and a Christmas one and all that. I even had the stuff for it. Oh no, wait, did I? I think I did a couple Christmas girls actually. I might have done at least one because I had a Christmas. I remember I had one with like a Christmas outfit. I might have done a couple of them. Yeah, so they had like. Yeah, so it depends on the outfit really. I do want to do a goth one. Yeah, there were a couple of girls. So it was a person, and she really likes cats, and she wanted the cat eyes. So I did that. I was gonna do 2 winter themed ones this winter, but then I was busy with commission, so I didn't get to it. But I had white eyelashes and like outfits, and I was gonna be like, it was gonna be Snow Queen and Ice Princess. I was gonna do those this winter, but I just ran out of time and now it's too late. So I'll save them for next winter. So yeah, I do want to do more themes, but that depends really on having time to do my own thing and not doing commissions, because when you're doing commissions, you're doing somebody else's theme basically. Yeah, the sold ones are on my website. They're all sold. I don't have any available for sale right now. The only one I have available in my Etsy is a commission, is to buy a commission. I don't have any like actual dolls available because they're they've all been sold. But after this one, if this one comes out good, I'm probably gonna send it as the gift, and then I will, if I still don't have any commissions come in, then I'll do some and list them for sale. Yeah, me too. It would have been so fun to do the winter ones. I'll show you the eyelashes. Look at that. I was gonna trim them because they're kind of crazy long. And actually, fun fact is that one human eyelash is enough to do one doll because you cut it in half, and that's about how big their eyes are. So that would have been enough for 2 Christmas or winter themed ones. Yeah, exactly. Because then, you know, it kind of like takes a little bit of the creativity out. So then it makes it more of a job and not like a creative endeavor. So kind of takes that. I've seen a lot of customizers actually say that they're gonna, yeah, I love those eyelashes. I've seen a lot of customizers say that they were gonna stop doing commissions basically. So, I mean, I'm not at that point, but I do see where they're coming from. It's not the same as like doing what you want to do. Oh, looks like my husband's home and he probably wants help with the groceries. Even though I did the groceries by myself yesterday when I went grocery shopping. But that's beside the point. 8 more months. I'll have to start a little bit earlier this year or else I'll run out of time again. Yeah, I'll probably make one and like start on one in like November or something. Although in November I'll probably want to do Christmas ones. So I don't know, we'll see. But I'm getting to it. I'm gonna get to it this year for sure. Sometimes I close my commissions and then I have more time for stuff. But since I didn't have any deadlines or anything going on, I opened them again. Wait, somebody said something. Hold on, let me refresh. My computer's lagging again. Oh, you lost the connection. Oh, I don't think I was saying anything overly exciting. All right. So that's today's progress. Still have a few more hours to work on this girl. Still gonna work on the eyes, eyelids, put the new eyelashes in, and do the new pull rings, adjust the T-bar, adjust the gaze, all that good stuff. So hopefully you guys will join me for all that, but I think I'm gonna get going right now because it's 7:40 and I haven't even had dinner. I've been streaming for like several hours, so I gotta go do other stuff. But thank you so much for joining me, and I think I'll be streaming the rest of the process tomorrow during the day, and I'll post that as well. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, like it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos later.